Hello, fabulous Pisces. This Mars retro season. In some ways, it looks like it is going to be a tremendously harmonious time for you where you're getting clear on your vision. You're getting excited about what could be. And you start to make plans. You start to consider. You start to think about, okay, maybe I could go back to school. Maybe I could get this credential. Maybe I could learn something new. Maybe I could travel somewhere new. Maybe I could take on a new adventure, a new experience. And so you do have those moments, and very likely will get at least one opportunity to do just that, and maybe quite by surprise, if not shock. And especially, I want you to watch what is taking place for you right around the full moon in the second part of April. That is going to be a key time for you in regards to this energy. Having said that, at the same time, we have some very powerful career-related energy being activated. And this is a year when your career is really going to be one where you look back and realize how pivotal this time was for you. We have got Mars moving sort of in and out of a part of the sky that has to do with those big goals, those big achievements, those big aims. For some of you out there, if you have been waiting for that break, right? You've been waiting for that big break. This could be a time when a big opportunity comes, but it's also going to come with a real need for dedication. And ultimately, what I'm seeing here is the universe asking you, is this what you really want to do? And I think that some of you might surprise yourselves by realizing the answer is not what you necessarily expected. It is going to be August that is pivotal, especially the last 2 weeks of August. That is the moment of truth. That is the moment of, you know what, I can't lie to myself anymore. I can't pretend anymore. And it might be that you just need to make some slight alterations. It might be something a lot more personal. It might be a whole other path that you need to go on. But it starts with that sense of truth. It starts with that sense of knowing. And it starts with an understanding that you have that power to decide what direction it is that you are going to go in. So the big events, the breakthrough events, are going to revolve around your understanding as to your ultimate direction. Do be mindful of bosses right around this time, and especially if you're going to use this energy to like get a job, right? Even if it seems like the most amazing thing, even if it seems like, you know, wow, you're so lucky you got this great job. Just be mindful, because it does look like there could be someone in a supervisory position who's not the easiest person to get along with, or it could be that you're getting some weird messages going all over the place. It could be that they're just not very clear, or it could be that a change comes about and you realize that, you know, the energy isn't really there with this new boss that might come about. Now, things could change, or you might change. The big choices, the big consequential happenings take place in late August. You know, I also feel like saying to you as I look at this that sometimes you don't realize what really matters and what doesn't. And it could be that you've got your sights set on a big change, a big shift coming up for you. Because it looks like you will spend part of this Mars retrograde making plans for your future. And then it's like, okay, well, I got to accomplish some things first, and then I can go and actually achieve those things, or actually work on the vision and the credential that you may need to achieve those bigger things. And that's all fine and good. That's great. But you might actually be surprised how, in the fullness of time, it isn't, you know, what matters to you ends up being something very different. And what I mean by that is, look, if you find yourself, if you know that there's something else you want to do and another direction you're planning on going on, even if you're not being clear about that or honest about that, if you know that that's where you have to go, where you have to head in a different direction, and all of a sudden the universe starts to bring you a new boss who you know, are energetically, it's just not working. You're not feeling that connection with this person. If you have that happening, then you got to trust it. You have to trust it, because you don't know how your leaving opens a space for someone amazing who's just perfect, who's going to resonate, is allowed to come in. And you don't always know how you doing that. You creating that space allows you to spend that extra time, that little bit of breathing room that you may have with the people you love that ends up being so much more meaningful than anything else, any job, any money that you might have made, anything you might have achieved. To have those moments with the person you love, to have just one more moment, a few more moments, could end up being the thing that really makes you understand so deeply that the universe is wise and loving, and will help you to really get clear on your course moving forward. Because when you understand what really matters, then you get a real conviction as to what really matters to achieve. And with that pathway, with that clarity, you will find yourself sort of accessing an energy where achievement gets that much easier and that much easier. But first, you've got to get over that hump. And that hump is honesty, being honest with yourself, being honest about your life, being honest about your direction. And if you know, if your life shows you that you're ready to go a whole other way, you will have no choice but to listen, because in your heart of hearts, you know that that is where your empowerment lies. That is where your peace lies. And that is where real happiness will come about. Well, thank you so much to all signs out there. It will be a great Mars retrograde season. I'm so looking forward to it. And I'll be celebrating it here with you in the weekly horoscopes, of course, the monthly horoscopes as well. And again, so grateful for this moment. Until we connect again, take care.